What's going on, everybody? Man, Eric Wilson here for the Sports Arena, and we are just getting days and days away from this. It's the National Scouting Combine, hosted at the Grand Park Event Center, in Indianapolis, Indiana, from March 7th to 11th. Make sure you check them out, nationalscoutingcombine.com. All I can say is, man, the talent that's going to be at this event is going to be huge. And I have the pleasure of introducing one of these young men joining me today here. He is a linebacker from Rutgers, Mr. Marvin Booker. Marvin, good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. Appreciate your time here on the Sports Arena. So, my man, I just want to dive right into it. Talk to me about your love of the game and just where it all came from.
I think the love of when I was younger, I just wanted to get out the house, played every sport, everything, even in roller hockey, wrestling, basketball, baseball, the basics and stuff like that, just everything. So I love to compete and just figure out how I can harness my competitiveness and grow on my athleticism and things like that. Once I started to get to when I got into high school, I started to really gravitate more towards football. Just my personality started to develop, my mindset started to develop. My sophomore year, I was actually playing defensive end at 175 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. Then my junior year, I was 185 pounds, and my head coach and my D-line coach, they saw something in me, some leadership qualities, being vocal, being very tenacious, having the urge to be more physical. And they had sat me down. They just told me and said, you have the athletic ability, you have those leadership qualities, but I think in order for you to go to the next level, you're going to have to switch over to linebacker. So at that point, I was really able to actually quit my other sports that I was playing. I started training more with my track coach. I started really getting into how I can build my body up, how to do the research and how to create workout programs, how to eat right, hydration, things like that. And I really started to dive into it, put 10 pounds on, and I was in a linebacker position, still rushing the passer a little bit, but kind of leading from the middle. And at 195, I was able to play my senior year, rack some stats up, and have the opportunity to get a Division I scholarship. So that's really where it kind of started off for me. But I
Okay,
think the
so
love of the game was just the mentality, applying my mentality to the game itself. Yeah.
I got you. So, yeah, I mean, watching your tape, man, I definitely want to make sure that people see this. But talk to me about the linebacker position because, you know, why that position? I know you had said you had some college, but talk to me more about just, you know, what sold you on that position, being that pass rusher guy.
Well, being in the middle, I think just my personality, like I said, my mindset, how I've developed my mindset, being in the nucleus of the core of those guys is really what drives me. You know what I mean? Being able to look at those guys when we huddle up, giving that energy, getting the energy from them, and then you being in the middle and just rocking out. That's a beautiful place to be. And then the pass rushing position from coming off the edge, that's really where my heart is, being on the edge, getting after the quarterback, feeling like the X factor, using my ability and skills to really get after the quarterback. I mean, a sack fumble is one of the most impactful plays in the game of football. So having the opportunity to do that is it just it's a great feeling. It's just a great feeling. It feels timeless when I'm out there, especially in that position.
Awesome. So yeah, talking with Mr. Marvin Booker, just so the question that I'm asking everybody, and thank you for joining me here tonight. I just have a real quick question. Listen, I get it. The politically correct answer is you just want your shot and opportunity to go play wherever someone's going to open the door, let you come in and be a part of that locker room.
Right.
But if you could actually pick your team, who is the team you would most want to go to, and more importantly, why?
I've been everybody asked me this question. I never was really a fan of a team growing up playing. Like that just wasn't my thing. But I have to narrow it down to a couple teams. I know you might hate me for this, but this is what I have to do.
Fair enough.
Just to see, okay, for number one, the Seahawks, 12th man, the defense has always been tenacious. Pete Carroll, that's amazing. You know what I mean? Just being with a players coach. Definitely the Bucks, not because they won the Super Bowl, but they gave me my first opportunity. You got Bruce Arians down there. You have Imagine being at a middle linebacker position or the R position, rushing off the edge, and you going against Tom Brady. What kind of things would you learn from that type of scenario going against a general like that, right? You got the Cowboys, just a legendary team playing at the linebacker spot. You understand? The Colts. I grew up as an undersized edge rusher, so I watched Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. Those are guys that I learned from because everybody was telling me you undersized. But if I were to go out there to the Colts, I know that he trains those guys out there too. So just be able to soak up his knowledge would be amazing. Um, the Raiders, that's a legendary team. The defense is always nasty. Wearing that black and silver would be amazing. They got Coach Rod Marinelli on the D line. Playing for him would be amazing. The Jets and Giants, I mean, that's the East Coast thing. You go over there, you got that Jersey swag. I'm from Jersey, so that's just something being in your backyard, you're gonna feel that.
I feel you on
And
that one.
then, Dolphins and Redskins are two teams that I think there's potential there. But I know you want to keep these interviews compact, but the real deal is I wouldn't want to pick a team based off who the head coach is and being a young kid who I like to watch after on that. I mean, I'm a grown man now. I'm 30 years old, right? So, and I still have more to grow in my manhood. So now that I've learned more about myself over the past couple of years and where I would like to go in the future, I'm thinking about what the energy is going to be like from the people who are running that organization that I would want to work for or work alongside of to bring home that Lombardi trophy, right? The environment that I'm in, the community that I'm in, when it's time for me to transition, if I play an 8-year career and it's time for me to transition, is that going to be somewhere where I want to lay my roots for my family and for the other business endeavors after football? So these are the things that I'll really be thinking about. But like you said, the opportunity to come out there and be able to play and mesh and bond with men that I can learn from, grow with, share experiences from, and actually break bread and not even talk about football with, that's going to be the real bond that brings home that trophy, I believe. Because when you talk about football, everybody going to have that fire behind their eyes and feel comfortable with the men that they're building bonds with. So those are the things that I'm really thinking about. And if I get the opportunity, I believe I will. But if I get the opportunity to strap up again in the NFL, it would definitely be a God sent honor, and I would definitely take advantage of that opportunity. Any way I can take advantage of it.
That's huge. That's just knowledge right there from someone who's been in the game and knows how the game is played. And to put it, so eloquently like you did, listen, I'm excited more than ever now to see you along with the rest of the young men and gentlemen who are going to be there at this event, because I think even you just being there is going to be able to give these younger gentlemen that knowledge that, listen, everybody got their team that they want to go for. And
Yeah,
we all know this. But it is about establishing that brotherhood and you taking it one step further to say, no, this is about at the end of my time. Because, as I learned and as someone told me, your life is longer as a former football player than it is an actual football player in the NFL. So
absolutely.
I was like, wow, just that little knowledge dropping. I like those little nuggets people give to me. Marvin Booker, thank you again, sir. Mr. Linebacker from Rutgers. I'm excited again to see you and the rest of the crew at the National Scouting Combine Grand Park Event Center, March 7th to the 11th. Hey, many blessings. I'm excited. We're gonna keep this conversation going though.
I appreciate it, Eric. I wish you many blessings, many hope your endeavors and aspirations with what you have going on with this podcast and digital marketing business, however you want to move it. I hope that your energy and your blessings and your prayers get you exactly where you want to go. So much love and thank you for having me on the show.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Your man Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. All walks of life coming to this event, people. You do not want to miss this. This is going to be huge. I will talk to you guys really soon. Everyone have a great night.